In a peaceful kingdom nestled between great mountains, there lived a wise and just king. He had ruled for decades and brought peace and prosperity to his land. But now, in his old age, the question of his successor weighed heavily on his heart. The king had no children, and he didn't want to simply appoint a noble or a general to rule. He wanted someone with the right values: honesty, integrity, and courage. So the king came up with a plan. He summoned every young person in the kingdom and made an announcement. "Today, I will give each of you a single seed," he declared. "Plant it, care for it, and return in 1 year. Bring me the plant you grow. Based on what you bring back, I will choose the next ruler of this land." The children were excited. Each one received a seed, including a humble 12-year-old boy named Arun. He ran home, full of dreams of castles and thrones. His mother helped him find the perfect pot and soil. He planted the seed with care, placed it in sunlight, and watered it every day. A week passed. Nothing. A month passed. Still nothing. Arun was worried. Others were talking about the beautiful plants they were growing. Tall, colorful, fragrant. Some even said theirs had started flowering. Arun, meanwhile, had nothing. He changed the soil, watered it carefully, moved it to different windows. Nothing worked. His friends laughed. "Maybe your seed was dead, Arun." Some whispered, "He'll never be king with an empty pot." But Arun refused to cheat. He didn't want to plant a different seed. He believed in being honest. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months. Still, no sprout. Finally, a year passed. All the young hopefuls returned to the palace carrying lush plants, roses, lilies, exotic flowers of every kind. Arun walked nervously among them, holding his empty pot. He felt ashamed, but his mother's words rang in his ears. "Courage isn't about winning, son. It's about doing what's right, even when it's hard." The king entered the hall. He looked at every pot carefully. Then his eyes stopped on Arun, and he asked him to come forward. The crowd gasped. Why him? He had nothing. The king raised his hand and said, "A year ago, I gave you all boiled seeds. They were incapable of growing. Every plant you see here was grown from a different seed, except one." He turned to Arun. "This boy, despite embarrassment and doubt, chose honesty over deceit. That is the kind of leader we need. Arun will be the next king." The room fell silent, and then applause erupted. Arun's empty pot had grown the one thing more valuable than any flower: character. Moral of the story: success isn't about the show you put on for others. It's about the choices you make when no one is watching. Stay honest, stay strong, and trust your path, even when it seems like you're behind. Sometimes what looks like failure is the seed of greatness.